In just a few short moments, we should be regaining views. Here they are now. And just over the horizon there, we may be seeing some of Hurricane Dorian. That would be the northern portion of the storm, as the International Space Station itself tracks 262 statute miles over the northern border of Missouri, heading on a southeastern course towards the eastern coast of the United States. It'll pass over the Atlantic Ocean, predicted to be north and east of the storm itself. If you're just tuning in, you are getting live views from the International Space Station. We are expected to retain these views throughout the duration of our pass over Hurricane Dorian. Again, the Category 3 storm is currently located over the Grand Bahama. Over these next few days, it's expected to track north. Current predictions say it will not make landfall with the United States, although that is still a possibility. There'll still be life-threatening storm surges and dangerous hurricane-force winds as it tracks north over the eastern coast, affecting some of the coastal cities, particularly of Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, as well as North Carolina early in the morning on Friday. Nearly the full view of Hurricane Dorian now, the International Space Station, currently 262 statute miles over the southern border of Kentucky, again tracking southeast. This is Mission Control Houston. The International Space Station currently 261 statute miles over the northern border of Georgia, just passing right over Atlanta now. The eye of the storm becoming very clear. That eye right on the western coast of the Grand Bahama Island. Made landfall with the Bahamas just over the weekend as a Category 5 hurricane, now downgraded, as you're seeing now, to a Category 3, as the National Hurricane Center reports as of just a few short hours ago. International Space Station now crossing right over Savannah, Georgia, over into the Atlantic Ocean, again on a southeastern coast. The station itself just north of the storm, getting good views of the eye. That center of the storm over the Grand Bahama Islands. The latest reports of Hurricane Dorian have it as a very slow-moving storm, tracking west and soon to head north and follow the coast of the United States north over the next few days, affecting some of the coastal cities of Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, as well as North Carolina early in the morning on Friday. This view, as the International Space Station passes just northeast of the Grand Bahama Island. The massive storm barely visible in the entire frame as the International Space Station passes 261 statute miles directly over the storm. The International Space Station 261 statute miles almost directly east of the storm at this time, on a southeasterly course traveling at 17,500 miles per hour. Again, Hurricane Dorian in view, September 3rd, 2019, 9:44 a.m. Central Time. You can see some of the shallow waters of the Bahama Islands peeking out to what is west of the storm, to the right of this current view. International Space Station just north of the Turks and Caicos Islands now, 261 statute miles over the Earth. Still on a southeastern track, 17,500 miles per hour. Again, that eye of the storm over the Grand Bahama Island over the next few days is expected to track north just along the coast of Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. Predicted not to make landfall at this time, but still could. These updates from the National Hurricane Center just a few hours ago, 5 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific, September 3rd, 2019. Most of the Category 3 storm visible now as the International Space Station passes 261 statute miles just east off the coast of the Dominican Republic. The Turks and Caicos Islands visible south of the storm, north in this frame. Again, these are live views from the International Space Station. It's 9:47 a.m. Central Time. The International Space Station still traveling 17,500 miles per hour on a southeasterly course. Hurricane Dorian now disappearing over the horizon as the Dominican Republic starts to come into view now. The space station itself, 261 statute miles just west off the coast of St. Lucia. The outer parts of Hurricane Dorian, encapsulating the horizon of the Earth as the International Space Station passes 261 statute miles right over the island of Grenada, just north off the coast of Venezuela. Starting to lose views of the Category 3 storm as the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Puerto Rico come into view. Hurricane Dorian now disappearing from view as the International Space Station flies 261 statute miles just north of the coast of Guyana, South America. Again, we provided some views of the International Space Station as it passes over Hurricane Dorian. When the track of the space station itself flies directly overhead. You can check out some of the passes we've had so far on our YouTube channel, NASA Video. You can download some of those files at images.nasa.gov and archive.org. Some of the astronauts on board the International Space Station have been tweeting pictures over the weekend. Drew Morgan, Nick Hague, and Christina Cook, specifically from the cupola window of the International Space Station, providing the views that they see from 250 miles above the Earth. Tomorrow, we've identified a pass at this time. That pass, 8:48 Central, 9:48 Eastern. That pass expected to be just about 11 minutes. Tune into our live coverage then. Otherwise, keep track of the hurricane itself at the National Hurricane Center and some of your local channels, depending on where you are located, particularly along the coasts of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. That are expected to have some of the worst effects of this storm as it tracks north along the Atlantic Ocean just off the coast of the United States. Prepare for the hurricane and plan accordingly, and look for advice given by local emergency officials. Stay tuned for our coverage tomorrow and stay safe. Until then, this is Mission Control Houston.